Cameron. I'm with Jesse. We're going to show you a little bit on Jimmy Lopez's Celica. It was a pro mod style car. It was built in Puerto Rico. Jimmy actually lives in Puerto Rico. He came here, met with us about to build. The car was local, getting updated, and Jimmy was having some issues, so they brought the car here. We cut pretty much the lower frame rails from the cross member forward out. We cut all dual frame rail that was in it out. All the strut bars are already off of it. So we did all that, cut the firewall out, buffed everything down, so we had a nice place to start. We mocked everything up, moved the engine location. It was a little different now than where it was. He's got a lot of really good parts for this car. He's got 3 billet motors, billet 7-speed Liberty deal, and he's doing a few things different than most people. Most people with these cars go with a clutch. He actually has a quick drive, so it'll be an automatic. He's going to do a twin turbo deal instead of a single, which is different than most. Most of these guys run like a 102 to a 110. But other than that, we put the dual frame rails back in it, all the gussets. We changed a lot of stuff we didn't like. It had a little baby anti-roll bar, and I know you've probably seen some of our videos. The anti-roll bar is a really big factor on how these cars work. So we changed that. And another thing with the 2JZ cars, they don't make a ton of torque. So being light is really important. We built titanium lower control arms. It'll have titanium tie rods, titanium firewall, pedals, pretty much anything you do, tunnel, wishbone. He's pretty much letting us do what we want to do to this car. So get it as light as possible. I think the Scion, if you guys watched the Scion build, the Scion was 1,950 pounds with water and fuel.
Yeah, 1950.
So this car will probably be a little heavier
with a fiberglass body.
Yeah, this body's a little heavier. We're waiting on a carbon front end from PMR Fiberglass. He just made a new mold for this because we moved the wheels forward a little bit, so it's not a factory dimension, because these cars are pretty short factory. So we do that. Wheelbase is staggered. Pretty much all the same stuff we do on any of these cars. Like I said, he's got really good parts. He's got a Mark Williams modular housing, carbon brakes. He'll have carbon brakes on the front. We got all that stuff ordered. Carbon wheelie bars. Really top of the line stuff. He's got the billet motors. He's also got 3 billet heads coming from a company in Dubai. I can't think of the name of it. But and they just started this. I don't think there's but maybe one person running a billet head.
There's that many people that have them on their actual car yet.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of trying to produce them and get them out there.
So we're about 60 or 70 hours in this build without looking. I don't know exactly. One of the hardest things with a car like this, believe it or not, is when you cut the stuff out, having to buff all the tubes down. Is really, and you can see where we sanded everything down. That's a big thing. We put it on a jig, and then that stuff goes pretty fast, putting it back together. We had a mid-plate built because it is an automatic and it has a different bell housing that the customer supplied. So it wasn't just something we could buy off the shelf. So we had Eric Edelman at Upper Limits. You guys have seen all the jig stuff he does for us. He does awesome work. He came over here, scanned the block, and scanned the bell housing and everything, and got that to us. So we're actually cutting now to put the motor and the head in here. We'll mount the transmission on a slider, moving forward, mount the motor plate, and then we'll be building headers and mounting turbos.
We should be setting the motor in there tomorrow probably, and getting everything mocked up, ready to start building pretty much all the header stuff.
And then all the accessories and everything.
Accessories, make sure everything clears. Start doing the steering, make sure it clears the engine.
Fit the driver, fit the pedals, and the driver's steering wheel. This car will leave completely done. We're going to have it painted or wrapped. Not sure which direction he's going to go yet. But when this car leaves, we'll be going to the track with it. We'll be leaving right from here going to the track. So it'll be pretty cool. I think we might even keep this car in-house possibly, and help the guy with running the car since he's not in the States. I think he's going to run it here a lot more than possibly over there. So, either way, awesome guy to work for. Really cool build. And look forward to seeing it out there. Obviously, you guys seen the Scion. That was my personal car, so I really like these 2Js. And they're super impressive. They make a bunch of power for 192 cubic inches. It's really insane.
Yeah, it'll be awesome when it's done, because he's got some trick parts on it.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to see all of them soon. More of them.
Definitely everything we can do, he's letting us do. All the titanium tree, titanium fuel cell mounts, like I said, pedals. Pretty much anything we can do, we're going to do that isn't already here. Obviously, you already had a car, so pretty much from the main hoop back and some of the floor structure is what it is, because that's what it was when he brought it to us. And it's actually pretty nice. I don't know exactly who built the car, but they did a pretty good job. The back of the car is really nice, and it's nothing that I would say is not savable. So we're just changing a few things that we wanted to change. Obviously, carbon wing, new
redo the sheet
windows,
metal and
new sheet
update
metal.
that stuff. And change a few little odds and ends, but for the most part,
Yes,
the
not
back
bad.
of the car's good. You know?
So, that's it for this. We'll keep you guys posted, and